Alright, so hey guys, how's it going? So we're right now playing in the background a clip of some of my old gameplay from Warframe. But what I want to get into with this video is something that has been really bothering me about Warframe. And it's aggravated the shit out of me. And that is crossplay slash cross save. Now I know from Digital Extremes that they are working on getting a cross save feature added to the game. And if you want to know why the gameplay may be a bit fuzzy, this was back when I was on my PS4. Now I'm on PC. So I'm also looking forward to playing this game on PC when a cross save eventually does come out. But like I was saying, Digital Extremes already has announced that cross save and crossplay is coming to the game. Now this is knowledge that, well, has been known for about a year now, and they did bring it back up in the last TennoCon, but they didn't give an exact date. They have shown promise by having the vendor, one of the vendors, be like have the same loot across all platforms. That's a step in the right direction, but this is getting to a whole another issue that really is bothering me with Digital Extremes. Crossplay and cross save is a feature that is almost to the point where it's very necessary, a big necessity in online service games. We have seen, let's look at two of the games that I play a lot, Destiny 2 and Genshin Impact. Destiny 2 brought out crossplay and cross save roughly around somewhere around Shadowkeep, which was the one of the third big expansions of not counting Curse of Osiris and Warmind. Not counting those two, it was the third, second expansion, because it was Destiny launch, then Forsaken, then Shadowkeep. So technically second expansion. But Shadowkeep, to get to my point, Shadowkeep, if I remember correctly, is when crossplay slash cross save came out for Destiny 2. Please correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, because it could have been Beyond Light, but I don't think that it was that late. Oh, no, I think it was roughly before Beyond Light. Yeah, I think it was roughly before Beyond Light. So, yeah. Somewhere around Shadowkeep Beyond Light is when Destiny 2 had crossplay slash cross-save. But that's because they knew cross-save was becoming a necessity for their game. And Genshin Impact, roughly before a year into its release, they brought in cross-save slash crossplay. And now I'm going to get into why cross-save and cross-play is so important. But I want to more so look into cross-save. Cross-play, it's obvious. If you unite everybody in your player base together, no matter what platform, it makes matchmaking a lot easier, to where you can get people fast in a faster playlist. Like for example with Destiny 2 or Strikes, or Crucible PvP, the more people there are to play with, the more unified the player pool is, the faster you can get people into those game modes. That's why crossplay is so important. Now, again, I'm going to get into my bigger point, cross save. Reason cross save for an online service game is so important is because if you're planning on investing into this certain game for a long period of time, that's when Bungie realized that they were going to be investing in Destiny 2 for the long term. They knew cross save was going to be very important, because that means that your game is going to be spanning console generations. So over time, your player base, they're people. Eventually, they're going to migrate to a different console. Let's say their PS4 breaks, and they don't feel like going back to PS4, so they decide to go to PC. Okay, well, you better hope cross saves on that game, or you're going to have to start over. Luckily, Destiny 2 had the foresight and switched to cross save. Warframe, on the other hand, how long has Warframe been a game? 2013. There we go. Warframe's been around since 2013, which was roughly when the PS4 came out. Yeah. And that was actually near the end of the lifespan of the PS3. So you got this game. It's been around since 2013. A lot can happen, and they have no plans on quitting on Warframe. So you got this game that's been around since 2013, and a lot of things could have happened with your player base. Players could have lost their consoles, could have bricked on them. They decided to switch to a different console. Maybe PC players didn't want to play on PC anymore. They wanted to switch to a PS4, PS5 nowadays. Well, their only option, if they want to keep playing Warframe at this moment in the very time, is to, start over. And I know there have been brief moments from what I've researched that Warframe did allow cross-save when new generations of consoles came out, but that was for a very brief time. We're talking extremely brief periods of time. So, if you didn't meet that window in that brief time, you're stuck. Your only option is to start over. And that's the funny thing. Let me give you a story again, going back to Destiny 2. When Destiny 1, when Bungie decided to go from Destiny 1 to Destiny 2, that was a complete start over. And that had the player base in an uproar, because that was a whole new game that they were starting over on. That's the whole reason that Destiny's player base doesn't want Destiny 3. Because they don't want to start over. And that would essentially be the same thing if we had to switch to a different console or different gaming device for Warframe. You would have to start over if you wanted to switch to a different system. And that's the worst thing I think is going on here. And I'll explain what I mean. If I just was a person that didn't have any interest in Warframe, to digital extremes, I would probably not matter too much. Okay, this guy doesn't want to play our game. Okay, who cares? But one of the worst things you could have is someone who wants to play your game, or was a former player and still wants to play your game, but can't play your game. That's somebody that you being digital extremes is the reason that they're not getting in your game. Yeah. Okay. So what are you gonna? It's not on me. Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, I could start over, but that's the worst thing. And for my people that I played with, remember this is an online multiplayer type game. they would have to wait for me to get all my ship back. And who knows how long that would take. So, again, in my case, I am a player who went from PS4 to PC. I got the app. I want to load this game up. I want to play this game. But I can't play this game because I don't want to start over. So, again, I believe in this case, this is like the worst scenario. And who knows how many other players are like me who don't want to start over because they switch systems that they play on. So that's quite a few players. I won't say that's a lot of players. It may not be a lot of players, but it has to be quite a few players who, again, they're willing to play this game, but they just don't want to start over on their accounts. So I know Digital Extremes is working on cross save and crossplay, but this is something that it's something that they should have had already foresight on. It's a system that they should have already had implemented a long time ago. And I'll give Digital Extremes credit for saying that it should be soon when it comes out. But at the same time, it's something that should have already been in the game. Cross save is very important for online multiplayer games, online service games. It's one thing for a single player game to be just on one, to not have cross save because it's a single player game. It should be really on one device. But for an online multiplayer game where you're wanting to keep that player, remember, the point of an online service game is to constantly put content in the game to keep your player base in that game and have some type of microtransactions, hopefully not egregious, but that's how they make their money, besides DLC. But for Warframe, that tries to make most of their shit free other than cosmetic stuff, or just stuff to save your time on. If you're wanting to keep your player base, you gotta understand that things evolve. And they have as far as I know, Warframe is going to be around for a while. Again, more reason for why cross-save should have already been with this game. So, leave your comments down below on what you guys think. Are you with me that cross-save should have been in this game a long time ago? I mean, again, like I said, I'm understanding. I know that it's nice. It's a good thing that they are trying to get it in the game pretty soon. But my issue is that it should have been in the game sooner. Because this game's been around since 2013. There's a lot of time between now and 2013. This game's almost 10 years old. Keep in mind, this game is almost 10 years old. And they're just now implementing cross-save and cross-play. Well, working on implementing cross-save and cross-play. So that, again, leave your comments down below on what you guys think. I'm not trying to be too critical, but again, you gotta look at things the way they are. But yeah, I'm looking forward to hopping back into Warframe whenever cross-save comes out. I will definitely be playing this game when it does come out. I want to get back into this game. I loved playing it. I enjoyed playing it with my friends. I enjoyed making content. Well, for the brief time, I enjoyed making content for it. But it's just that I hear my friends talking about it. I see gameplay and clips, like right now, watching myself play it, and I loved it. I loved Warframe, but I can't play it because cross-save's not in the game yet. and I'm like I said, I went from PS4 to PC. And I'm pretty sure there are quite a few people like me who couldn't get a PS5 or whatever, and just decided to switch to PC. So hopefully, Digital Extremes is going to be putting cross save on Warframe at least this year. Until then, I'm going to be reminiscing on the fun times that I had while playing it. But leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. If you, like I said, hop down in the comments to start a discussion. I'm always down to talking about Warframe, how cool it is, how fun it is. Because it is a cool and fun game. And let me know if you guys are like me. Let me know if you're waiting for cross save to come into this game. So, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys later.